Hello everybody, what is up, Prof Toast here, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. Now, be warned before watching any further, this will contain spoilers, but it's just going to be stuff that, I don't know, I thought was freaking awesome that they included and all that. So, let's just get started. So yeah, of course we know, actually for once in Power Rangers, we actually do have teenagers with attitudes. So, you know in the original ones, they call them teenagers with attitudes, but then they're perfect teenagers, but yeah. So it was kind of cool seeing this little kind of diverse class. They weren't perfect in any way. They all kind of did some messed up stuff. Except for Billy. I don't really know exactly. Well, Billy kind of blew shit up, but that was just him being his normal self. But other than that, this movie is really freaking... I was actually surprised because I was like, the whole time during development, I was really hoping, I was like, please just let this be freaking good. And then all of a sudden when I actually watched it today, I'm like, holy shit, that was actually good. All my worries just kind of got wiped away. So... basically, there was, if you're kind of new and never liked Power Rangers, you're probably, if you don't like this movie, you're probably never really going to care about Power Rangers. But if you're someone who grew up on the original Mighty Morphin and have always liked it a lot, then you're definitely going to like this movie because they do use a lot of cool little kind of homages to the original. Like in the very beginning when Zordon, he's saying like, oh, we can't let Rita get a hold of the Zeo Crystal. I'm like, holy shit, Zeo Crystals. So they mentioned that, and there's a part where Jason went down to Billy's basement because Billy said, hey, I can sit there and mod your little, what was it, house arrest bracelet on your foot. And then also I noticed in the background he had he had like a couple action figures, Rita's henchmen and everything. I was like, holy shit. It was kind of like for a split second you got a clear view of it. But then I was like, I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty freaking badass. But all in all, so it's done. If you're going to this movie expecting they're going to be morphing left and right, no, they don't. This movie actually takes time to, kind of sort of get to know a little bit each character, sit there, give them a little bit of story development and everything, and they actually kind of go through, to coming of power. They don't just give it to them right away. Yeah, they got a little bit of their super strength going on, which is really cool to see that, especially when Billy sit there. He had this one bully who was freaking messing with them, and then funniest part is freaking originally the Jason, he sat there and told the bully to back off. Bully goes to punch him, he just kind of like dodges, then freaking slaps him like hard. He's like, did you just slap him? He's like, yeah, weird, huh? So I thought that was pretty hilarious. But then after that, the same bully, I don't see, the only thing is I heard they're supposed to be Bulk and Skull, but there's kind of a bully figure, but they didn't really have much of a name to him. But then he tries to go break Billy's wrist, but then all of a sudden, because of his powers, he's like, what the fuck? Can't do shit. He tries to go headbutt him, then he knocks himself out, then everybody thinks, oh shit, Billy just freaking beat him up. Yeah, way to go, Billy. But yeah, so it was really cool getting to see these characters kind of learning their a little bit more darker backstory than the normal Power Rangers, which is kind of cool. It was definitely interesting, and good to see for once a film that isn't just doing a film just for the cash grab and actually doing it from people who are actually, fans of the show. So that was definitely another thing I liked about this. So as for the storyline, it is really cool because you see Rita come slowly bring herself back to life. She actually goes, this is not your normal, I'm on the moon. No, this one was actually, she freaking killed people. Like literally killed, if they had gold lining around their teeth, she killed them. It took their damn teeth and used that shit in her staff. I was like, oh fuck, dude, Rita is pretty fucking dark in this one. Though she's not super, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say she's super serial. She does, the actor for this played Rita really well. Like, I thought, this doesn't look anything like the original Rita, but for the job they did, this is actually pretty good. Of course, Goldar, I'm not going to really give any positives to it, because Goldar is just like, just a giant pile of gold, and of course they go like, wow man, that's a lot of gold. So yeah, that, I'm not sure because of him. Alpha's character, originally when I saw it, I did not like it. But then once I actually saw him how he is in the movie, I was like, okay, you know what? I like this Alpha. The original Alpha may have been like, ha ha ha, Wookiee, crazy and stuff. But this one, he's kind of like, he had his jokes, but he could literally sit there and when they first discovered him, he literally freaking grabbed one of them, swung him across and stuff just to freaking stop him. Like, holy shit, Alpha can actually, kind of smack the Rangers around a little bit, but he doesn't really. He just kind of does it. Hey guys, hold on, listen. And of course, Bryan Cranston did an excellent job as Zordon. There was a cool part in the beginning where you got to see. I like the I didn't expect it, but they actually showed Zordon when he had his physical body, showing that he was the original Green Ranger, and also showing that Rita, judging from her coin and her costume, was actually a Green Ranger also. So that was interesting. Like, whoa, she was the Green Ranger? That would make sense since she originally gave Tommy his powers in the original series. So that was like, oh, alright, that's actually pretty freaking cool. And I like how Rita kind of like messes with him once she actually starts like visiting the Yellow Ranger's house, Trini, or Dee Dee as they called her in there, but she literally freaking smacks her around, throws her in the walls. And then even when the Trini sits her and like pushes her against the wall, she's like going like, ow, you're hurting me. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I could kill you right now if I wanted to. So it was definitely really cool. Really weird advertising towards Krispy Kreme in this movie because the whole thing of the Zeo crystals, they had to figure out where it was located. And then they finally found out, oh, it's somewhere underneath Krispy Kreme. And then we're on this hunt to save Krispy Kreme. I'm like, it's a little bit weird, sort of ish, took out of the story, but it didn't really do it enough to where it really was way overboard. So that was cool. And of course, they can't make their identities, which was awesome when Jason had to save his dad during the ending fight. So another nostalgic, actually, before I even get to that part, it was really, it kind of had me like, whoa, what the fuck, when they actually had Billy die at one part. It's not just like a pretend death. No, he legitimately freaking died. So all of a sudden they were sitting there carrying his dead body back to Zordon. It's like, do something. Then he's like, and then they're also like, hey, wait, the morphin grid's open. We can bring you back, Zordon. It looks like he's going to do it, but then all of a sudden Zordon comes back and it's like, no, only one can actually come back. And I was like, oh, good, they brought back Billy. That'd be really freaking... I didn't think they were going to do it when watching it, but I just thought it was really freaking weird that they sat there and freaking... all of a sudden they're going like, oh, yeah, we're going to kill him off before he even morphs at all. And another funny part is during the beginning when they're trying to escape from the mountain, they're going like, Billy, you got this. All of a sudden the train smacks it. You see it flip over, and I just hear someone right behind me going like, and rolling credits. So I was like... So that was pretty funny. But all in all, the movie was actually exceeded my expectations. I was like, oh god, at least have this movie be decent. But you know what? I actually found myself really enjoying this movie. It's like one of those ones like, you know what? I would buy this on Blu-ray. That was a fun time. I liked it a lot. I was actually going to wear my Green Ranger shirt for this video, but due to, green screen, it's just going to look like floating arms and a head freaking going around. So I was like, alright, gotta switch into something different for the video. But yeah, so all in all, so another nostalgia factor that I loved, probably almost one of my favorite scenes in the movie, was when they finally got into all the Zords, they rush into the city to get Goldar, and then they actually have the Power Ranger theme playing, sort of, go, Power Rangers, and I see them, I'm like, yes! I was like, if you're someone who's watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers since a kid and seen a lot of it, then there's some serious nostalgia feels when that part happened. I was like, yes. And actually, the Power Rangers in those suits, they actually fought pretty well. Surprised, like, alright, this is cool. And supposedly there's plans for about 6 movies, which I can already see just from the ending credits that there will probably definitely be another one. So that'll be interesting. I don't know how they'll do that, but... So yeah, then another cool part was it when they're actually able to use... the pterodactyl wings as double swords. I'm like, oh, so they didn't actually go for the full giant sword. And also, Billy sings like, whoa, we're like a Mamazord, a huge one. No, that sounds lame. And he goes, oh, a Megazord. I'm like, yes. And then, of course, Alpha still does his, quirky little, yeah thing. And then, one part I was so glad that Rita had to do it in this movie, but when she actually... was sitting there bringing a bunch of the monsters out. She's like, make my monsters grow. I'm like, yes, they actually freaking brought that in there. So glad they just put so many little kind of homages to the original series that mainly the fans are going to be the ones that get this, that find it hilarious. And then, of course, the funny part where Rita tries to, like, escape, but then they just freaking smack her, like, literally into freaking outer space, and everyone like, did you just slap her? He's like, yeah, weird, huh? So I was like, okay, that's funny. That's actually pretty funny. The weird part is I did notice like some little tidbits that they kind of cut out, like one where Jason and Kimberly were sitting there like kissing that we saw in the trailers, that wasn't even in the movie at all. So like, that's weird, but I don't know. Maybe they took it out, make it a little more kid friendly, even though some parts really probably aren't for kids. But yeah, but one part that freaking blew my mind at the very ending of this was the fact that all of a sudden, when the Megazord's standing over, everybody's like, "Whoa, look at that!" Jason David Frank, and then an actor for Kimberly, like Amy Jo Johnson, I believe her name is. They were down there going like, "Whoa," and like Jason David Frank sitting there like snap a picture like, "Holy shit, the original Green and Pink Ranger, that's awesome!" So I was like, that was cool because as far as I knew, he said that he wasn't going to be doing any sort of cameo, and like he kind of denied that, but I'm guessing he kind of had to wipe out any of the rumors. But that was really cool to see that they actually had two of the original Rangers in there, even if it was for a split second. That was a really cool thing to see and everything. And then the only other thing is, so after all that, I was like, all right, that was cool. So I kept watching. It was like there has to be some sort of little small tidbit of a after credit scene, and then they went back to the classroom. It's like, people, we have a new detention student. Yes, his name is, where is he? Mr. Tommy Oliver. I'm like, oh shit, the Green Ranger. Holy fuck. And then they just kept calling for Tommy Oliver. Of course, he wasn't there, but you just see this green jacket sitting on a chair. And all of a sudden, I thought it was him at first, but then also you see the door go poof and like blow off one part of the building. I was like, oh shit, does he already have his green powers already? I was like, also Billy's like, that might have been my fault. I'm like, fucking Billy blowing up shit. So yeah, all in all, I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing. The next movie is definitely going to be involving the Green Ranger, so I'm curious what they're going to do with that. And it's kind of interesting because you see Rita go up in outer space. It looks like she's freezing, but there's also the moon behind her. So I'm like, oh shit, are they going to send her to a moon? Is she going to build some sort of like thing up there? So it's definitely really interesting to see what they're going to do with the storyline, how they're going to do it, and I'm really can't wait to see when they do a second movie. I want to, so many things. It's going to be cool to see Green Ranger. I want to see what the villain's going to be. Is Rita still going to be involved? I don't know, but then another thing to take away before I end this is all these actors for the Rangers, they're not really, you don't know who these people are. I haven't seen them in movies before, but they actually did really freaking well. They actually did a really well action job. I was not expecting that because like these are completely people like I didn't even know they were actors, but they brought them in. I was like, these guys are pretty good at acting. They drove the movie. They did really well. Wasn't really too many dry parts, so I definitely really like it a lot. So like I said, if you are a fan of the original series, even if you're not, go ahead and go watch it. And definitely, if you're a fan of the series, you should really go watch this because you're going to love it. You're going to love all the homages it brings to the original, and all in all, it's actually just a good movie. So all in that, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. So yeah, it's definitely highly recommended on my book. I'm definitely glad I went to go see it. And yeah, so as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe below if you can. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.